National Football League on EA Sports. And today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Chargers and the 49ers, and it comes your way next.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Green with a catch left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the 49ers now with a long field ahead. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. To throw, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsey. 7 yards to pick up there. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Here's Kamara. Try to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
Let's go. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Brady. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Brady now on 1st down. That finds Smith-Schuster. Nice grab. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give. This is Kamara. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Brady. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Brady now on 1st down. He'll find Lindsey here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Oh, he bowls over it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Kamara will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, it hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Herbert off of play action. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Draw play. It's Eckler. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball, his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. just gave up another one right there.
And tatter, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Brady now to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Aaron Donald, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Not much there, only a yard. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. Back to Kamara for another catch. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Again, it's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Bowden. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there is the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jacob Eason throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Joe Mixon, a touchdown run in the victory. With that, we take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Chargers. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. To try again after the sack. Brady. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Great job, D. Great job.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, Their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Play action. It's Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Once more, here's Eckler. Runs over him. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarter.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Austin Eckler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. And he's going to have the Niners first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing on first down is Brady. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now it's 2nd and 9. Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 43 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the 50, here's Herbert. Finding Harris over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, now Brady. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Justin Herbert and the rest of the Charger offense set to take over once more. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Brings up 2nd and 10 to the 24-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Brady going to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are a point away from leading this game. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And Green with a catch left side. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the right side, caught by Green. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The 49ers settling in for their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. So after the INT, it's Brady. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 72 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Now Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Tom Brady in the offense. Down by 5. 1:54 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Back to throw, Brady. It's complete, Kamara. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To throw is Brady. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Brady to throw. Pass complete, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Brady's throw there complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up there. Back to throw. Samuel bringing in the slant. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Franklin. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And there it is, the standard symbol. Taking a knee means that one team won and the other one obviously lost the ball game. But now that team that won is 2-2. After the first 4 games, I think they're okay with a 2-2 start. Not overly happy, but at the same time, not depressed either.
You mentioned to me breaking down a season in quadrants. So the first quadrant is kind of a check, as you said, for okay. Not great, not bad.
Yeah, right now they're just holding serve. They look forward to their next 4. Maybe they can make a surge there.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.